Hello everyone, this is Ernest Rigby. I was asked by my wife to talk about what is love. Well, I know what love isn't. Love and lust are not the same. Greed and love are not the same. You cannot fall in love with someone because you want a new house or you want a new car. You don't marry for what you can get. You don't fall in love for what you can get. You fall in love for what you can give. And that's the most important thing about love. True love is putting the needs, the welfare, and the pleasure of another person above your own. True love is being there for that person in good times and in bad times. In my work as a celebrant, I see all kinds of people. Young people, old people, middle-aged people, people from every walk of life. And I get a chance to sit and talk to them and listen to them. That's the most important thing another human being can do for another, is to listen. And when I see young people coming in with wide open eyes, hearts full of love and eagerness and anticipation, I realize that these are the people from whom these people will be the ones that rule the world. These are the people who will grow up and make the laws. They'll be bringing their children into the world. And when I see this, and when I get to talk to them, I'm full of hope. Hope for the future of mankind. But I also take the opportunity, not as a therapist, but as a celebrant, to remind them of their obligations to each other when they marry. Because love and marriage is about putting the needs of the other above yourself. You don't get married for a year or a 2-year period or a 5-year period. There's no conditions in there that says we'll be happily married as long as you don't get sick. So when people get sick, which often happens, we all get sick and we all die, and we hope that our marriage will last our lifetime. But then we will then have to look after our other partner, and not only that, but we'll have to enjoy it too. And that's the thing. I've seen so many people in the end of their lives, or near the end of their lives, caring and doing things for their beloved partner, and then being distraught when they pass away. Even though their life might have been centered for 10 years around looking after an invalid, the love was so strong that it not only kept them doing that, but it kept them happy to do that. That's what love is. Love is different between brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and children. The one thread that goes through it is that we all want for our family, for them to be happy. We all want to encourage them to be the best they can be. We want to do everything we possibly can to make their lives easier than our own. That's something too. We go to work and we put all of our money into our families. We don't do it because we have to do it. We do it because we want to do it. We want to give our children and our wives and our husbands everything that we can to ensure their success and their happiness. Love is unconditional. We can't turn around and say, I love you because you do something for me. And we can't say, if you don't do something for me, I won't love you. But we love them when they do the right thing. We love them when they do the wrong thing. We love them unconditionally. And when your wife comes down to you with a pad and a piece of paper and says, I want you to write down 1,000 words about love. We don't say, bugger off, Belen. We say, okay, are you sure 1,000 words is going to be enough? And we just happily do it because we love our partner. But there's something more. As time goes on, and we're not young anymore, We have been married now for 27 years, and things have changed over that 27 years. When we first met, it was all sitting around in the car watching the aeroplanes flying over Sydney, Botany Bay, talking about each other, what we did when we were growing up and what we do, and what our plans were, and what our hopes were for the future. It was all exciting and new. Then we got married, and after a little while we decided that we couldn't talk to each other for too much longer without going nuts, so we decided to have children to spice it up a bit, to bring some more life into the world, to take the load. And that first child was born, and it changed us. It changed both of us. It brought about a new dimension to our love. And then later on we had a business, and we left the business and decided to move interstate. And things were tough for a few years, but wherever we went around Australia working, looking for new opportunities. And I look back and say, wherever I was, my wife was there with me. And wherever she was, I was there with her. And our love grew, and I began to then realise that it wasn't, well, I didn't begin to realise, I always understood, but I realised more fully that it was bigger than me. My love for my wife and her love for me was bigger than her. It was bigger than anything we ever knew. And so, as I watched her grow and evolve, because she wasn't, my wife is not the same person now that she was when we first met. And I'm not the same person I was at that time either. But as I see more and more the things she does for other people, for our family, I love her more. And I think that she loves me more when she sees the things that I do as well. That's love. It's wanting to be with someone. It's not having to be with someone. It's just simply a partnership where each is a comfort and a pleasure for the other. That's love.